Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about multidimensional arrays. Um, Multidimensional arrays, in my opinion, are much easier to work with than the jagged arrays are because of the fact that they are more structured, um, in the fact that you can't have multiple different sized arrays in each um, in each element of the original array. Whereas in the jagged one, you could have like the first array would be size 5, and then the other one would be 4, and then 10, and 8, or whatever. In the multidimensional array, they have to be the same. Um, so declaring a multidimensional array, you do the brackets, and then you have your comma. The comma designates what what size of the array you want, and to tell which dimension it is, I guess you could say, or the size, you take the number of commas plus 1. So this is a 2D array because there's 1 comma plus 1 is 2. So then you pick a name, obviously, and then you new int, same thing as before, except you have to insert your comma again, and you can actually make an array of size 4, 2. So there's your multidimensional array with 4 rows and 2 columns. But I think the best way to do it would be to do it like this. Let me make a new array and declare it basically the same way. 2D s, let's just call it s, equals new int. Let me put a space here so it lines better. New int, comma blank, and then this is, you put each element of an array inside curly braces, and you declare it inside the curly braces, and each set of curly braces within that tells you the element, more or less. Hold on. Okay. Oh my goodness, I didn't know it was going to do that. Oh, nice. Okay. Whoa. Oh my goodness. How frustrating, it wasn't doing this earlier. Okay. I forgot a comma, that's why I did that. Comma. Okay, here we go, now it's going to work. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Now let's insert our commas inside the array itself. And I know it's giving me errors right now. That's okay. Okay. So this is an array of 4 rows and 2 columns. Here's the first one and the second one. This is the best way to do it graphically. But once you get into 3D arrays, it's more the way you do it graphically. Like if you want it to be organized in your text, it's confusing, much more confusing than that. So let me go ahead and just show you how this would line up as numbers of rows versus column number. So this is the first row and the first column. So you do 0, 0. This is going to be 0 because it's still the first row. 1 because it's the second column because it starts with 0. Remember. This one's going to be 1, 0 because it's the second row, which is number 1. Still the first column. This one's going to 1, 1, second column, second row, second column. This is going to be 2, 0. This is going to be 2, 1. This is going to be 3, 0. Oh gosh. And 3, 1. Okay. And that's basically how it looks. First row, first column, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, to change the actual element in the array, it's a little, like, just the way it looks is kind of confusing to me. So let's do 2, 1, I guess. equals, just say 25. Okay, so what this does is it goes into the second row, or sorry, the row, not the second row, but the row numbered 2, which is actually going to be the third row, and then it goes into the column number 1, which is the first one. So this one would change from 21 to 25. So you'd have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 0, 2, 5, 3, 0, and 3, 1. So that's how that works. Now let me show you the 3D array. Hopefully I won't mess up because this one is slightly confusing. Array 3D equals new int, comma, comma, there we go. And let me just put random numbers in here. 2, 2. Let me change this to a 3 so I don't have to do as much work. Okay. So this declares an array of 3 rows, 2 columns, and then 4, whatever you want to call the third one. And so since you can't type in 3D, if you want to do it just going ahead and declaring all the elements in the array ahead of time, you have to do it very, very carefully. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so you start with the first one, right? So then here's your second one. But remember, you have 2 of these. Yes. Yes, you have 2 of them. I'm confusing myself now. Okay. Why did I type 3? Okay. 3 rows. Okay, so you have 3 rows. I'm confusing myself now. Hold on. I apologize for my stupidity. Not my stupidity. I'm really tired right now. Okay. And it was a long day. Had a very exciting, eventful day at school, starting at about 8 o'clock. So, and it wasn't eventful in a good way either. So it's kind of got me a little off today. Sorry. Okay. So this is your 3 rows by 2 columns. Shoot. 2 columns. But then you have a third one. 3 rows, 2 columns. Yeah. Then you have this third number, which is your 2. So what you actually have to do is in each of these, you have to put in another array, or another set of curly braces. Oh my gosh, so many errors. Why did I do that? Okay. So now you have 3 rows, 2 columns, with 2 z's or whatever. I guess you could use this as y, x, and z. So now we put in numbers into each of these. 3, 4, 3, 4. Give me a moment. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Okay, I wasn't doing it wrong. Thank goodness. Okay, all the braces were confusing me, which probably shows you that you might not want to use these a whole lot. But anyways, I hope this helps better a little bit. This is your first row, which is 0. This is your second row, which is sorry, numbered 1. This is your third row, numbered 2. Now, the way this is inside here, these are lined up. Now, the ones on the inside of the rows are lined up such that this is going to be your column, and this is going to be your Z. I'm just going to call it a Z, because if graphically it would be going backwards into the space. Okay, so now this is going to be column 0, as you see the second number. Column 0 again, column 0 again. Scratch that again. Sorry. There's just no good way for me to do this. You'd actually have to draw a picture. Okay, so this is the first one. This is row 0, column 0, Z 0. This is row 0, column 1, Z 0. This is row 0, column 0, Z 1. This is row 0, column 1, Z 1. So actually this would be the Z's increasing, and this would be the columns increasing. Again, this is row 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, because your Z's are increasing on this side. Here, your columns and rows are the same, but your Z's increasing again. So your columns increase this way. So, now that I've actually figured this out, I'm very sorry. Your Z's increase going up and down within each row. The Z increase is going up and down from the first line to the second line, and your columns increase going from the left to the right. So this one's 0, this one's 1. Now this is your 0 Z and your 1 Z. Your 0 columns are here, 1 columns are here, 0 column, there's 0 Z's and 1 Z's. 1 Z's. Your 0 column, your 1 column, your 0 Z and your 1 Z. So as you can see, this is very complicated past 2D arrays. I actually have a friend who likes, he's going to go into computer science wherever he can get into. He's very smart. Actually I have 3 friends, but the one I'm talking about, 3 of them who want to go into computer science, but the one I'm talking about, he codes all the time. Like, this is what he does for his pastime, basically, because he really, really likes it. He's efficient at it, but if he tried to explain it to you, he would not be able to, because he's just like that. He doesn't like explaining things to people. He's an elitist, I guess you could say. Anyways, he programs games a lot, and usually whenever people teach arrays, my teacher, every time we learned arrays or something about arrays, they said, oh, they're used in games a lot. Well, he actually makes games. He's made his own asteroid game, he's made a platform game, he's working on some other game, he's in video game design class right now with my other friends, some of my other friends, and he says that he never uses arrays for anything. He just said, why would you want to use an array? So, don't take that as you'll never use an array. He hasn't even gone to college yet, but there are definitely ways around it if you just really can't use an array because you just don't understand it. That's okay. This is the 3D array is the hardest one to grasp, especially due to the fact that I cannot type in 3D. I hope the way I did it here is a lot easier. Just remember, the Z's increase going up and down within each row, and the columns increase going left and right within each row. I'm going to pause it for a second, and I'm going to see real quick if I can even make a dent in a 4D array, just so I can show you what it would look like. And just to show you how much trickier these things get as you go into them. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did it. It took me about 6.5 minutes, I believe. I made a 4D array with 4 rows, 2 columns, 2 Z's, and 2, let's just say, L's. Okay, so here is your first row, first column, which is denoted by 0, 0 on every single one of these, as the first 2 numbers are 0. This is going to be your first Z. This is going to be your second Z. This going up and down is your first L, and your second L. This is still first row, second column, so 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 on all of them. Your first Z, second Z, first L, second L. This is the second row, first column, so 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Then your first Z, second Z, second Z, first L's, second L's, and you see the pattern continues. I didn't even have enough room to fit it on the screen. I'm doing 640 by 480 recording, and even though I am doing that on my big 19-inch monitor, I can put it all on the same screen, which is highly ridiculous. So as you can see, you won't really want or have any need or practical application for going higher than 2D, possibly 3D. I hope this was a good demonstration of the multidimensional array and how totally big it can get and how cumbersome it is. You may not ever use it ever. I don't know. My friend doesn't know. He's never used it, but he codes more than I do. But he's never used it either. But that doesn't mean you won't ever use it, and that doesn't mean that you don't need to know it. Just because it gives you a better understanding of the language if you know it. So I'm going to leave it here. Not sure what I'm going to do for my next tutorial. I might combine the multidimensional and jagged array, but I'm not sure because I don't like jagged array, but it would probably be a good idea for me to demonstrate it to you all. So I'm still considering my options for my next language or next subject thing, so please send me a message on YouTube, not Facebook, like I said, YouTube, or comment on my wall on my channel on YouTube, and just say, just name a language or name a subject. Be as specific as possible. If there's a certain part of a subject that you want, then say that. But until next time, I will see you guys later.